came to this conference on platform cooperativism for two things, partly to talk about the problem of trust in platforms and platform co-ops, and second, to listen to what other people have to say about the whole ecosystem that's building around perhaps cooperatively owned platforms. I came as sort of someone to cast a skeptical eye on the existing venture capital funded sharing economy platforms. That's what I spent my time looking at. That's what I spent my time studying. And that's what I've spent my time, what I came here to talk about in a way. So they have been credited with solving the problem of trust between strangers so that people can get into each other's cars, people can stay in each other's homes, people can lend and buy things from each other, that make loans to each other. They've been credited with solving that problem through the use of digital reputation systems. So these are systems where, you know, just as you might rate a movie on Netflix with a 1 to 5 star or a book on Amazon with 1 to 5 stars, so now we can rate each other in a 1 to 5 star way. And these ratings are supposed to carry through and to give us a reputation and that we will look after and therefore will solve this problem. So I'm here to say first that those systems are not really working. Right? They're not really working for a couple of reasons. They're not really working partly because once we've met people, we don't like to judge them. If you can't see anything good, don't say anything at all is the rule that a lot of us live by. So all those reputation systems are governed by almost everyone on them is getting 4 or 5 stars out of 5. There's no discrimination left between who's good and who's bad on that platform. So it fails that basic test. It's not doing the same thing that rating films on Netflix may do. It's failing in that basic task. And it's failing for a good reason, because, as I say, if people are upset after an exchange, more often than not, they don't say anything at all. They just go away and don't leave a review, because really, who needs that kind of a trouble? So they don't fail they don't work for those reasons. However, they do work in a way, in another way, and that's they leave the people who are doing the driving or the people who are doing the hosting in fear of the occasional bad review. You can get kicked off as an Uber driver if you get under a rating under 4.6 out of 5. You can get kicked off the Lyft platform if you get a rating under 4.7 out of 5. And so it goes on other on-demand service platforms as well. And what this means is you are vulnerable to the odd person who has a bad day and wants to give you a bad review, the odd person who doesn't like your attitude, the odd person who doesn't thinks you drove too fast or too slow. You're always vulnerable to that. And so it takes us into a world where we're really living in a world where we're a surveillance society, but not a surveillance by a big infrastructure, but by each other, a sort of person-to-person surveillance society. It's not a thing that I think we should be, not a path that we should be going down. And so partly what I wanted to come here and say is we have to think of alternative ways to build trust in these kind of systems. And so that's my message at this conference.